Hi Aries and Aries lovers. This reading is for December 2018, mid-December 2018. We are going to take a look at the last 2 weeks. I know we're a few days late on that mid-month point, but nonetheless, we are looking at the 16th through the 31st of December. And you have the Chariot representing you right off the... let's see if you can see these cards. We have the Chariot representing you first of all. First card out. Sorry, let me just adjust a little bit, Aries. Okay, so the Chariot and crossed with the King of Wands. So you may be dealing with another fire sign. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo, another Aries, or a Sagittarius. Especially those of you dealing with a divine masculine, either counterpart or just a divine masculine in your life in some way. Could be a boss, could be a father figure. But some of you are actually dealing with a Cancer energy that's covering you, that's showing up as you, because you are at one with their energy. But I have said before that I wanted to try to get away from these signs, constantly trying to guess the signs and name all of the signs, because sometimes they end up all being here anyway. It looks like in general, though, Aries, you are moving forward and away from another fire energy. The Knight of Wands is what you're moving toward. But what you're moving away from is this loving offer. So this could have been a dream-like state, is what I'm feeling for a lot of you. A lot of you were making an offer to someone that, you know, you had a fantastical view of. Just fantasies and dreams in general. You're sort of moving away, moving forward. Specifically for some of you, it was a love offer that you made to someone that you saw in a fantastical light. But someone made an offer of love, or you've just been lost in dreams and fantasies in general, Aries. And now with the Chariot, the major arcana card of the Chariot representing you currently, you are moving forward. And feeling victorious as you do so, yes, but the Chariot card reminds us that victory is only the beginning, right? So I see you moving forward and not allowing anything in your path to stand in your way at this time, currently, during the end of December 2018. And a lot of you are faced with the task of being an entrepreneur. The King of Wands can represent for me, or just being really social, being your normal, natural, charming selves, perhaps, depending on where the Aries falls in your chart, I suppose. But certainly someone bold and fearless, like a fire sign, like an entrepreneur, if not those things specifically. And in this state, whether you realize it or not, if this is you that you're crossed with, if it's your own energy, embodying your own spirituality, creativity, this is also a state where you can and probably want to call on the elements. This king is very close to nature. And I do get the feeling that what a lot of you are dealing with is yourself. So some of you may have some specific Pisces in your chart and or some specific Cancer in your chart that recently, especially with Mars having been in Pisces for a while now, that recently you've been coming to own, coming to utilize to the benefit of your business, perhaps. Maybe finding that messages in your dreams are aiding you on your current endeavors, and they're helping you move forward with confidence, with a youthful energy that the Chariot represents for me. I certainly see you dealing with your own energies, your own elements, right? Because there's so much fire here already, the King of Wands and then the Knight of Wands. And what you're moving towards as you are becoming more of yourself and owning more elements in your own chart, owning more aspects of your own personality, and deciding that you, as I said, will not let anything stand in your way as you move toward your future endeavors. What's happening is that you are attracting like-minded individuals, kindred spirits, if you will, if you like that phrase. With the Knight of Wands, that's what that often means to me. You're calling these energies in, maybe calling a soul tribe in, for instance. The Knight of Wands is also mystic energy. The wands in suit in general, the rods or the wands, are a very creative element and a very spiritual element. It is drive and ambition as well, but I always associate it with creativity and spirituality too. And this is first and foremost to me mystic energy speeding toward enlightenment, which is a state in which you do call in that soul tribe if you haven't already, or attract again like-minded individuals, people that you who share a lot of your views about the world, and people who can teach you something about the world, company that you enjoy sharing. Now, if the Pisces and or Cancer energies, if that's in you that you're dealing with, it looks like there's an air energy. I know that it's ironic that I just said I wanted to get away from naming all of these signs, but I really feel pulled to name them in this spread in particular. It looks like there's an air energy that's challenging you. So that could mean that there's Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra in your own chart that you're struggling with. Maybe it's your moon sign and it's making you overthink your decisions, something like that. Just as a for instance, but it could be somebody outside of yourself. It could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that's a weakness of yours. This is your weakness or obstacle. So a mature, feminine, cerebral energy that can see clearly. Perhaps someone someone outside of yourself who is challenging you, is challenging your truth, is questioning your truth, is judging your truth, perhaps. This energy, this mature, feminine air energy is shrewd, she's keen, she's very analytical, and she does have a clear mind. She's fierce with her words, she's fierce with her judgments. She seems harsh, she seems cold, because when she thinks that and it can be a he, of course, this is just it's showing up as a feminine energy here, but when she thinks that she has your number, when she thinks that you're not worthy of her company, she will cut you to the quick, and then she will cut you out of her life. Usually both, in my experience with reading this character, and I'm getting a lot of confirmation about that for you, and it's a physical confirmation. So this has probably been physically stressful for you. It's manifested into not only mental strain and stress, but actually like physical discomfort for you. But again, it's showing up as a weakness of yours, so it can be energy within your own chart. can be an obstacle outside of yourself. So for a lot of you, one potential interpretation of this, and you know, we could expand on this in a personal reading, but as a general reading for multiple people, one way to break this down more specifically is that you're trying to advance at work or in your career, possibly even your life purpose, what you think is your life purpose. I certainly get the feeling that you're on a purposeful path, whether or not you're actually doing the work that you think is your life purpose. And you have a boss or a coworker who is represented by this Queen of Swords here. And again, if you don't know their signs, as I said, you know, shrewd, keen, analytical, very clear mind. Sorry, I have to keep adjusting this. I just want you to be able to see the cards. Not that you can see them well. I don't know why I like want them in the shot. But we'll go ahead and look at what your strengths are and a piece of advice, and then we'll look at the more distant future for you as well. Interesting. So right underneath of the only major arcana, the Chariot, is the second major arcana that shows up, which is the Death card. And that's your strength. That's what's supporting you. So what's supporting your confident, youthful, energetic push forward, where you can access the elements and bend nature to your will, because you have decided that you are taking this path, you are forging forward, and you are mowing down whatever's in your way. As I said, victory is only the beginning. So as you're doing that, you are finding currently, right now, that victory is only the beginning. Probably for a lot of you, because the Queen of Swords is showing up here, probably because you know that you're going to meet the gaze of one particular person or many who can see right through you, right through your process, right through your work, and they're going to want to see the bare bones of what you've created and how you created it, and you're going to have to break it down to the fine details of this is what I do. When it looks like, you know, for a lot of you it was an offer, a loving, creative, heartfelt offer from your heart space. It still is going to be analytically, you know, broken down. It's going to be analyzed by people who can see how much work went into it, where you're heading. They're going to be judging what they think you're worth. Now, that doesn't mean that they decide what your worth is. Certainly not what you believe your worth is, or what anyone else does. But they have some say in your advancement. That's why, and I think that's why they're showing up as an obstacle, a weakness. Or it can be, you know, maybe a romantic partner who's a weakness for you at this time. That's an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. It you know, will play out slightly different for everybody since it's general. But the Death card supporting you is saying, you know, I think that you've realized that victory is only the beginning. And a complete transformation is in order now. You've got people's attention. You've got the ability to bend nature to your will. And what I mean when I say that is just what I explained a minute ago. You can, however slowly or quickly, and with this fire energy, I think it's happening quickly. Yeah, we've got water, one water energy, one air energy, but a lot of fire energy in the Chariot. I think it's happening quickly. You can change in your environment what needs to be changed to achieve your goals, simply and precisely because you have decided that you are getting where you're heading. You will not let anything distract you, deter you, defy you. You will not let anything stop you in any way. You will not be redirected. And then the third major arcana card showing up as the Wheel of Fortune. Now that's your advice. Okay, so what's supporting you, perhaps for some of you a Scorpio is, just to name one more sign, perhaps for some of you a Scorpio is, in particular, is supporting you. There may be a significant Scorpio energy in your life who is a partner of some sort, either in your work or in your home life, or is supporting you financially, or maybe, again, it can be Scorpio in your own chart, Aries, that is sort of in charge, sort of calling the shots at this time. Or wherever Scorpio is in your chart, you may want to check on that astrologically. Perhaps that is calling the charts or calling the shots for you at this time. But with the advice being the Wheel of Fortune, and I'll let you see the Death card as well. So here's what's supporting you, and then here's your advice. 2 major arcana cards. I feel like that's very significant as support and advice. Yourself, your support, and your advice are the things that you should focus on here, right? Those are the biggest elements that show up in this reading. Those are the major spots in this reading right now. So supporting you is transformation. Supporting you is the act of allowing whatever needs to be shed to fall away. It may be painful. It may be this Queen of Swords energy, because that's your obstacle, that's your weakness. It may be an Aries, Gemini, or Libra that needs to be shed. Whatever it is, it's transformation, because you're leaving one state and entering a next by losing something, leaving something behind that you thought was part of you. That's why this card reminds us that change is not easy. And it always reminds me, you know, whoever said that it would be, right? Whoever said that anything in this life would be. That's something that I just personally have to hold on to when I go through these types of transformations, because shedding skin, you know, can be as painful as it sounds. And that is what is supporting you, leaving behind what's no longer meant for you, leaving behind what no longer serves you, and really, in truth, what no longer fits who you are. And then the advice being the Wheel of Fortune card here, we see fate, destiny, good fortune, and good luck. But specifically as a piece of advice, it's I believe here, Aries, is asking you not to miss an opportunity. And when and how this opportunity is presented is completely out of our control, your control. But not missing it is up to you, or up to any of us when the fate card, when the Wheel of Fortune card shows up. And then the bottom of the deck will give us where you're headed in the near or the more distant future. The near future is this Knight of Wands. As I said, you will be attracting like-minded energies. But in the more distant future, it looks like there is a decision to be made. So once you well, I want to say once you don't miss this opportunity, once you realize what this opportunity is and you take advantage of that, there will be a choice. But for some of you, the choice is the opportunity, because oftentimes when any choice card shows up, it can be saying, hey, make this choice for yourself before someone else makes it for you. And that isn't, you know, necessarily anything mystical or anything that only the tarot can tell us. That's just something that happens in life. You sleep on a decision, a choice long enough, and often it turns out that someone ends up making it for you, or circumstances, life end up making it for you. So for some of you, the crossroads coming up is the choice. And this can also just be someone who's peacefully armed, but it's certainly someone who's of 2 minds. So there's a crossroads, there's a choice coming up. You may very well be armed with the knowledge to make that choice. And there's advice here to rely on all of your senses in order to make that choice. But a decision does need to be made before someone else makes it for you. And as I said, that can be what this fated opportunity is. That can be what this destined opportunity is for a lot of you. And you've got the Queen of Wands below that. So much fire energy. The Knight, the Queen, and the King of Wands. So much creative energy. So much creativity, so much passion, so much drive, so much force, so much energy. I mean, the Knight, the Queen, and the King of Wands, and then the Chariot. Honestly, Aries, there is nothing stopping you from achieving what it is that you're headed towards, what it is that you want, except for, you know, potentially yourself. I think that's why I talk so much about the fact that these other energies here can be your own. And then you have the Hierophant as the fourth and last major arcana card. Now, I don't necessarily need to dig this far into the deck, but I think some faith and ritual will probably be required once you realize what this opportunity is. That may have a lot to do with what the choice is. The choice can also be between these 2 or maybe even 3 queens that I see now. I see the Queen of Cups as well, and then the Page of Wands shows up below that. All the fire energy is here. So maybe that some of you have a lot of fire energy in your chart. Sorry about the ads there. But it also could be a choice between queens. You know, I had said divine masculine earlier. Perhaps for some of you who would be interested in a divine feminine or are dealing with divine feminines in your life, there could be a choice, a crossroads having to do with partners. Maybe it's likely that you know that this Queen of Wands is better suited for you. That's an actual match to the King of Wands that would represent you, Aries. But that could be why the Queen of Swords then is showing up as an obstacle, as a weakness. You might be stuck on somebody who... And, you know, these cards don't always play out this way in every spread, but in front of me now, it can be that you are mulling over someone or stuck on someone, so to speak, who is a close match, but not quite what you need. And here there's this other energy presented to you that is more fitting. You know, I just in this spread, I see that all the fire energy and the Queen really fitting with the King of Wands. But for those of you who don't have a romantic interest in mind as you watch this and you're more focused on your life purpose, your career, your creativity, whatever you're working on, yes, 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 yes. Do that thing. Don't stop. All of these cards are upright. Fate is on the board. The Chariot's on the board. Yes, the Death card is on the board. So it may be very painful. It may mean shedding someone or something that you are very attached to. But this is what you're meant to do. You are doing what you are meant to do. There's so much passion, so much creativity, so much potential and drive, and more than just potential. You are in the midst of victory and achieving these goals. And as I said, nothing can stop you but you. So whatever it is that you're working on, if there's a question in your mind whether or not you're supposed to be on that path, if that is your purpose, I can say to you, absolutely yes, this is what you're meant to be doing. But also, fate and destiny are about to step in and give you a resounding yes that will be a sign, again, more likely an opportunity that will be much louder than any message a reader or a reading could give you. It will be apparent. You will know. But for now, we will have to leave it at that, Aries, and I do hope that this message helped. I hope it offered you some insight, something that you didn't have when you came to the reading. And I thank you so much for being here and for liking and subscribing. Thank you. Welcome, lunatics. If you are interested in a personal private reading, you can just scroll down to the description below. I hope you make very wise choices moving forward, Aries, and you can also email me at Lunatics Tarot if that's easier for you. I love you, and I will post another tarot fix for you soon.